I saw Star Wars The Last Jedi. It's not as good as Rogue One. The action sequences are predictable, useful, sometimes exciting, but nothing surprising. There is a freeze frame sequence, which I liked. The film has two treads. One all action, space, zap, boom, the Force, the rebellion, running around on spaceships. You get the picture. Second strand is the Last Jedi, the meaning of the rebellion, what it takes to be a Jedi. It's kind of moved its narrative from that kind of Christian influence into what I would call mindfulness. You almost expect halfway through the film for Mark Hamill, who's the Jedi Master, to suggest the audience have a mindful moment. It's that type of film. The dark side are on cue, more interesting sometimes, if not a bit ham. As ever, prone to long speeches, like the Bond villains. They do enough before they get zapped. But there are some scenes with the dark side in very weird, cold rooms, big rooms that remind me of David Lynch, Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me, perhaps. Chilling rooms, not in the relaxation mode. I think this is a film that's too long at 2.5 hours. Could easily fit it into 1 hour 50. What is good though in the film is the questioning of the rebellion. What's its purpose? Are enough people supporting it? Strangely enough, for a rebellion that keep going on about in these films, you never actually see the mass depressed people who this rebellion is purported to be on their behalf. Maybe between the rebellion, the Force, the dark side, there needs to be a middle ground. The centre in Star Wars, if such a thing exists. You have to wonder if this rebellion is a kind of Western fantasy of the West being somehow the plucky outsider rebelling against this big dark force. But Star Wars itself is a fantasy of World War II, and you have to wonder how many more films, and there will be many more films from the franchise. But in a year that Blade Runner 2049 didn't gain a very big audience, science fiction, when it gets popular, is Star Wars. If only a fraction more people who see Star Wars Last Jedi went to see Blade Runner 2049, that would be a good thing. But as ever with Star Wars, I truck along every year to see each film like a Bond film. Between the two franchises, I think the Bond franchise is better. But Star Wars continues, and we hope for the next installment, which will duly arrive next Christmas.